Hey, this is Danielle. Welcome to today's trade review video where I'm going to be talking about a 100% plus butterfly in NVIDIA. Let's go ahead and take a look. So this is my butterfly in NVIDIA. I got in for a price of $239 per contract, and I'm going to get out for about $538 or so, which is going to be about 125%. Now, this is a trade that I had posted in the Mastering the Trade room at Simpler Trading, and therefore I'm going to close it right now, and I'm going to go ahead and post the alert on my exit. So why did I do this trade? Well, if you look at NVIDIA and if you look at the amount of options activity right here in this 125 strike, I thought that that was going to be a perfect price target for an upside move in this stock. As you can see today, it's up about 4.7%. It was up a little bit more even earlier. It was up over 5% for a fantastic move today on positive trade war news. So if you look at this butterfly, what I did was I constructed it $10 wide. So I bought the 115 strike, I sold the 125 strike, and then I bought the $135 strike as protection. Doing all of that only cost me a debit of $2.39. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and close this right here for $5.38. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post that alert in our trading room. Now it's just filled. To close, taking profits, taking 125% profits on the NVIDIA Butterfly as we near the $125 price target. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and send that alert. Now, I also wanted to show you what the actual trade setup looked like and the reason why I got into the trade. So if we go ahead and go to the daily chart on my swing grid, what you're going to see is that NVIDIA has been doing a really good job of recovering off of the tariff lows. After it recovered up above the 50 simple right here, we really had a great opportunity for a buy setup because we had a daily squeeze, we had positive volume coming in, and then we also had a run into earnings. So a run into earnings is something that I really like to combine with a squeeze setup, because typically on a stock where people are going to be excited that the earnings report is coming up and thinking, oh man, I really need to buy shares in that company before the earnings report. When you have that factor, and then you also have another factor, which is that technical setup, the recovery off of the lows, plus that squeeze, that gives you a great entry point. So I went ahead and entered as we recovered up above resistance here. I went ahead and placed my butterfly target at that high open interest target, which was also an overlap of these areas of resistance. This is the 100 simple. It's also just right above where all this price action is. And then the next target is going to be onwards and upwards at 130 if and when we can break through this 200 simple. So I think overall things look pretty good here. If you go to the lower time frame chart, I mean, you can see pretty well how this trade worked out. I mean, we had this butterfly on, and NVIDIA was just kind of creeping higher. We had one big move right here, and then it kind of was holding around the 116 price point. Big gap up today, and profit taking time. Now there's always going to be a question of, could you wait longer? This trade still had a few more days left on it. So yes, it is possible to wait longer. The only problem with that is, right now it's at 125% profit. If you wait tomorrow and the next day, maybe the market gaps down and then you lose that profit. But it did also have the potential to make more money, because when it was going for about $5.40, the max you could ever close it for would be $10. So it's also a possibility to scale out if you would like to do that instead. But that is my trade review on NVIDIA. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to join us in the Mastering the Trade room, check out the link below.